A dying 14-year-old girl had one last wish, to meet Elvis Presley. She was in Seattle. Elvis was in Memphis, 2,000 miles away, with concerts scheduled. Everyone said it was impossible. But what Elvis did next, in the middle of the night, without telling anyone, shocked the hospital staff and gave a dying girl the most beautiful final days of her life. November 19, 1975. Lisa Marie Patterson was dying. Leukemia. Doctors at Seattle Children's Hospital gave her maybe a week. Lisa was 14 years old. Her hospital room was covered in Elvis posters. Elvis records playing constantly. Elvis was her escape. If I could just meet him once, Lisa told her mother Karen, I could die happy. Karen tried everything. Letters to Graceland. Radio stations. Newspapers. But Elvis was in Memphis. They were in Seattle. 2,000 miles apart. A nurse named Patricia Mills got a message through to someone at Graceland, 14-year-old girl dying in Seattle. Last wish is to meet Elvis. Days left. Nobody expected a response. Elvis read the message at 11 p.m. on November 18. He was scheduled to perform in Las Vegas the next night. How long does she have? Elvis asked Joe Esposito. A week. Maybe less. Get me a plane. If you've ever had someone show up when you thought nobody would, hit that like button. Joe protested. Elvis, you've got the Vegas show tomorrow. I don't care. There's a little girl dying who wants to meet me. We're going. Tonight. At 2 a.m., Elvis boarded a plane. No press. No photographers. They landed in Seattle at 6 a.m. Elvis called the hospital. This is Elvis Presley. I'm here to see Lisa Patterson. The nurse thought it was a prank. But she told Karen Patterson anyway. Karen grabbed the phone. Hello. Mrs. Patterson. This is Elvis. I'm here in Seattle. Can I come see her? Karen started crying. You're really here? At 7:30 a.m., Elvis walked into Lisa's hospital room. Lisa's eyes opened slowly. Then she saw him. Hi Lisa, Elvis said softly. I heard you wanted to meet me. Lisa stared, tears filling her eyes. You're really here? I'm really here, sweetheart. But you're Elvis Presley. How? Elvis sat next to her bed. Because you asked. And when a young lady asks Elvis to visit, Elvis shows up. Elvis stayed 4 hours that first day. He sang, Can't Help Falling in Love, to her. No microphone. No stage. Just Elvis singing to a dying girl. They talked about her dreams. Lisa said she'd always wanted to be a singer. Sing something for me, Elvis said. Lisa sang a few lines of Love Me Tender. Her voice was fragile, but she sang. Elvis had tears running down his face. That was beautiful, Lisa. Mr. Presley, don't you have a concert? Lisa asked. I did. But I cancelled it. You're more important. You cancelled a concert. For me. Lisa, there will always be another concert. But there's only one you. Subscribe for more stories where compassion meant more than fame. Elvis came back the next day. And the day after. And the day after that. For 6 days, Elvis stayed in Seattle. He cancelled concerts. Rescheduled appearances. Put his life on hold. He'd sit with Lisa, holding her hand, playing records, talking and singing together. On the 4th day, Lisa said, Elvis, why are you being so nice to me? I'm nobody. Elvis looked at her seriously. Lisa, you are not nobody. You matter. Your life matters. You've reminded me why I do what I do. It's about making someone feel special. On November 25, Lisa took a turn for worse. Her parents called Elvis at 2 a.m. He was there in 15 minutes. He sat with Lisa and her family through the night. When morning came, Lisa opened her eyes. "You came back," she whispered. "I told you I would." "Elvis, I'm scared." Elvis took her hand. "You're going to be okay. Not your body is tired. But you. Your spirit. That's going to be just fine. Will you sing for me? One more time." Elvis sang "Love Me Tender" softly while Lisa smiled with her eyes closed. She passed away peacefully that evening, with Elvis holding one hand and her mother holding the other. Elvis stayed for the funeral. He sang at the service. He helped carry the casket. Elvis never spoke publicly about Lisa Patterson. He didn't use it for publicity. He wanted it private. But the hospital staff talked. The story spread. People realized Elvis had canceled multiple concerts, spent 6 days with a dying fan, and never asked for anything in return. Karen Patterson later said, "Elvis gave Lisa the best final week of her life. She died knowing she mattered." In 1982, Seattle Children's Hospital created the Lisa Patterson Memorial Fund. Elvis's estate donated annually. A plaque reads, "In memory of Lisa Marie Patterson, who reminded us that every child matters." And in gratitude to Elvis Presley, who showed us that true greatness is measured by compassion. Share this story with someone who needs to remember that showing up matters. When Elvis died in 1977, Karen said, "The world lost the king of rock and roll. I lost the man who made my dying daughter feel like royalty." Lisa lived 6 days after Elvis arrived. 6 days filled with joy instead of fear. Elvis canceled concerts worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. He spent a week in a hospital room. Because a 14-year-old girl asked to meet him. And Elvis believed that was more important than anything else. For 6 days, Lisa wasn't a dying girl. She was the most important person in Elvis's world. That's the greatest gift, making someone feel like they matter. Elvis showed up when nobody expected him to. He stayed longer than anyone asked. He gave more than anyone hoped. Rest in peace, Lisa Marie Patterson. And thank you, Elvis, for showing us what real greatness looks like. It's not about the stage or the fans. It's about a hospital room at 2 a.m., holding a scared girl's hand, telling her she matters. That's the king we should all remember, retry.